On my side of the family, we have very few people who are actually practicing their faith, right? Love them to death. They're great people. And that's one of those things, because you want so badly, especially the closer you are to somebody, right? If they're a parent, if they're a sibling, if they're, a cousin or something, or even a dear friend from the past or a dear friend right now, right? Who's not where you are in terms of like your walk with Christ, your slow crawling and clawing your way towards salvation. And you want desperately for them to be there. Usually it's super imprudent to hit them over the head with the faith. Usually it's super imprudent to throw books at them and just say like, hey, you're wrong and I'm right and whatever. And I have found in my own life that one of the best things that you can do is just be joyful and honest. Be joyful and be willing to answer questions, right? When you're on vacation, go to daily mass and just say, hey, we're going to mass. Anybody want to come? And everybody says, nope, actually, we're all hungover. We don't want to go. I'm like, oh, cool. All right. Well, see you later. And then leave, right?
Yeah.
And just do those things that you should be doing anyway, but don't hide away. Don't shy away from them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is so important to like be that example of like someone who's joyful and that adequate example of the faith, because I feel like when you evangelize, you're going to run into that subdivision of people who were born Catholic and fell away from the faith, most likely because they had like a bad example of Catholicism, like a bad priest or bad parents who didn't really like, so they had this idea of what Catholicism is to them. And when you just exude what it is to you, and that's something they may have not ever seen before, or they may have not trusted to see from somebody else, but they trust to see it from you, like it's just so important to always have that, like and I mean it can get hard, like everybody's life's hard, but like when you can have it on, because you never know who's watching. And there's like so many people, like I've ran into people who are like, oh, I was born Catholic but blah blah blah, so you got to be prepared to like to change their mind. And if somebody's 23 years old and their whole life this happened to them, it's really tied to a person, but that person is Catholic, so they tie it to Catholicism. You have to be able to break that down. That wasn't Catholicism. That was a person who was Catholic.
Well, and the reality is that, I mean, when you're evangelizing people, a large percentage, even in the South, right, of the people that you're going to run into are ex-Catholics, right?
Yeah.
I think, I don't know where I'm pulling this statistic from, but I'm pretty sure it's correct, that if all the ex-Catholics in the United States were a single denomination, they would be the second largest denomination in the country after Catholics.
Crazy.
Wow. Yeah, it's wild how many there are. And a lot of times you have to like, I don't want to say walk on eggshells, but that's something that you need to be cognizant of.
Whoa, hey guys, thanks for making it to the end of this video. It seems like you really enjoyed it, so you should go check out the full episode of Honest to God, where we dive into this topic even more. And if you really enjoyed it, then drop us a like, subscribe, and ring the little bell so that you never miss an Honest to God episode or an episode of anything that we produce.